Hey everyone, welcome back. In the previous video, we took a look at the Emperor Vector, which was the Lexus RCF in real life. So in this video, we'll be taking a look at the Ubermacht Cypher, which is the lookalike of the BMW in real life. Going about to the car itself, well, the front the overall car itself is of the BMW M2. But if you take a closer look at the headlights of this car, it is actually of the BMW M4. The resemblance to the headlight design and everything is just like the BMW M4. So that kind of, confused us all in the beginning, but it is actually the BMW M2. Now, it is kind of obvious when you come to the side profile, as you can see the clear overview of the whole car from this angle and also the rear section. But when you do come to the tail light aspect, it actually is of the BMW 5 Series or the M5. It's pretty much obvious with the tail light design right here. You can also see similar references from these images right here. It's pretty much evident, right? But nonetheless, the overall car itself is actually really good. The design aspect and the make of it is really good, guys. I have to give it for that. Rockstar has done a very good job on that. Going to the interiors, now once again we can't see the dials completely, and also the steering wheel as well as the interior is actually kind of repeated from the Jugular or the other cars in this game. Even the Lexus RCF had the similar kind of interior. So it's like they didn't pay much attention to these interiors, but only they paid attention to the P-Fister. Moving on to the sound of this car. Yeah, somewhat, kind of resembling to the older existing vehicle sounds itself. So nothing new or anything. The speed and acceleration, or even the handling in general, it's kind of suitable for a coupe or a sports cars. Other than that, the handling is somewhat, like I said earlier, there's a lot of oversteer on these new DLC cars. And moving on to the customizations, with the first one being the paint. Well, for this actually there's two ways you can go about, and I'll go with the usual BMW M2 kind of a spec for the first time, and then probably go with the other one which I'll be showing you as we progress through the video. So for the primary paint, I'll go with the ultra blue for this, and for the secondary one I think I'll go with the same option, because it also gets the mirror and I think, yeah, the brake calipers as well. Okay, nonetheless, I'll be going with the same blue for this secondary paint. The stock wheels are actually, paintable, but this is not like a special wheel just for this car, but it is already available in the customization parts. So you don't have to break your head trying to paint the stock wheels of this car. The interiors too, just like every other DLC car, can be paintable, as you can see, but we'll just stick to light gray for this. Then moving on to the customizations, first up we have the spoilers. We have got a good amount of customizations here. We have the decent, sleek looking spoilers, that is the Ducktail Spoilers, and the different versions of that as well. Pretty good and neat looking. We also have the super versions, we have the GT wings, carbon version, and there's also the low level wing. Now this is going to be coming in handy for us, which I'll be addressing soon. So for now, just for the sake of the BMW M2 wing, we'll probably go with a more decent and a sleek looking wing. That is probably the wedge ducktail. So we'll go with that for now. Others are also good, but I think this would go well. Moving on to the front bumpers, we have got fins and such. Okay, the splitter is also nice, but for this particular one I think I'll be going with the wedge splitter, specifically the carbon one. So this looks really good, just like the M series competition ones or those accessories for the M series cars. So I kind of like this one. Then we have the rear bumpers. We have the primary one. Okay, so these are just minor changes, but still for this I think I'll go with the primary bumper. Yeah, I think I'll go with this one. Minor one, also it's not seen much, so I'll go with that. Then we have the side skirts. There's quite a good amount of options here. And for this, I think I'll probably go with none of these actually. These don't suit for the M series cars, so I'll just go with the carbon extended skirts. Going about to the M series exhaust, it actually has, the dual quad exit exhaust setup, but it is actually the stock one itself. So instead, others are also, really good looking ones, but for this, I think I'll just go with the aluminum exhaust, just for the sake of making it like the real life build. It kind of looks like chrome. Moving on, we actually have roll cages. Now, I'm not a fan of this. I'll probably just skip this, but we'll have to make a comeback later on, like I said earlier. Then we have the grille options. The stock is actually chrome, so we can get the carbon grille. This actually looks, really big and badass, so kind of like that. Then we have few, I would say, ugly looking ones, because I'm not a fan of, some of these grills. Some are okay, but but nonetheless, there's like so many options, and you can choose just about any of them, whichever you like. This is actually decent, but I'll just go with this one for the M2 build. Then we have the hood. We have like a good amount of options for this. You can actually have the smooth one or the stock one. Then you also have the ridged hood. I'm not a fan of this, kind of don't suit the car. Oh, we also have the vanity hood. Okay. So for this, I will probably be going with the smooth hood, or no, the stock one actually suits much better for this car. Also have the mirrors. I think I'll probably go with the carbon ones. Then we have the headlights. Okay, so this changes the colors. Nope, I'm not gonna get any of them. Then we have the roof. You can actually get the carbon finish. That actually looks really good. Or you can also get the striped one. There's few other options, The inset hood also does look good. So for this, I think I'll just go with the carbon roof. Yeah. And then moving on to the suspension, we can actually somewhat, to a certain level, you can slam it, but I'm not a fan of slamming the M series cars, so I'll just get the decent street suspension. Then we got the secondary trim and the carbon trim. This actually changes this fin, I can say, on the front bumper, so that carbon finish actually looks really neat on this car, so I'll go with that. Then we have the sun stripes. These two, I'm not a fan of them, so I'll probably just skip it. Then we have the usual ones, which are, pretty much generic to almost every other DLC car, so I'll probably just skip those, like the steering wheels or the engine box and all those usual stuffs, right? So I'll skip those. Then we have the primary diffusers, and yeah, few other diffuser options here actually. Oh, okay, so that's for the back side. So this is the stock one. We don't have any, and this actually looks neat, if I have to say. The stock one actually doesn't have any of these, but just instead of leaving like empty-handed, you can actually get one of these. These are pretty good and neat looking. So I'll probably go with the carbon diffuser one. Then we also have the antennas here. We have the carbon fin, the dual ones, okay, the racing ones, and also the dual racing ones as well. So the stock one does look good, but I think we'll get it in the carbon finish because we have got the black roof, right? So it would actually kind of suit that. So we'll go with the carbon one. Then we also get the fenders. I mean, you can do like wide body kit on this car. There's two versions. There's the clean and the bolted versions. Okay. Then we have the liveries. Okay, so some of them are actually really good, and I'll quickly go about all the livery options. And here we go. This is the reason I said earlier that we had to get the second version done. That is because we have got the NFS Most Wanted. That is the first version, not the 2010 version. The most iconic BMW M3 GTR's livery on this new BMW M2. Now this is actually the stock one, but I've got the blue paint and you can't make that out. Hence we get the negative version of that, as you can see right here. So it's actually pretty cool. Rockstar has done this on the new Ubermacht, that is a BMW car. A nice touch, I can say. And yeah, pretty good. We'll get back to this in a minute. So going for the stock finish. Then you have the windows. As usual, I need to black them out. And then moving on to the wheel categories. Well, for this, since we need to get a 5 multi-spoke wheel, we'll go with the street one, and the wheel is gonna be the Mercy concave. As you can see right here, it gives an almost perfect finish to the car. So yeah, that is the BMW M2 customization build, and it's somewhat pretty much basic looking, but I kind of like it this way. Now, to quickly change up some of the customization options, like I said earlier, we'll be doing it just like the NFS Most Wanted one. And for this, we'll probably be getting some of the certain changes done to the car, like the spoiler or the splitters and a few other minor options. And there we go. We have the NFS Most Wanted BMW M3 GTR spec done on this car. As you can see, the resemblance, the wheels are somewhat similar, and also the livery, just like the M3 one, and the grille is somewhat similar, but not exact to the ones. The hood, we don't have any other options, so we had to go with that. I also did get the roll cage inside just to match for the real life build, and we also have gone with the bigger spoiler. And not to forget, I also did get the white body kit as well. So there we go. Those are all the customization options and the different builds that you can do with this particular car. I'm absolutely loving this car, and I can't wait to add it to the collection in GTA Online. The car has come out really well, and let's go check out the top speed of this car. And here we are. I mean, just take a second to, look at the car. Absolutely stunning. I mean, all of the DLC cars are, really great job from Rockstar this time. So the first one, like always, is gonna be a stock car. So let's go. Acceleration is pretty decent, I can say. We have crossed 80, 85 miles per hour. Crossed 90 miles per hour, so pretty good. 94, 97 miles per hour, 99 miles per hour, and 99 miles per hour is the stock top speed of this car. I mean, this came up exactly just like the Emperor Vector, which was the Lexus RCF from the previous video, so not much of a difference in the stock car top speed. Now let's quickly get all of the performance upgrades. And here we are. Okay, that's a good amount of increase in the initial acceleration. Already crossed 90 miles per hour, pretty good. 99, 101 miles per hour, 106, pretty good. 106, 108 miles per hour, and 110 miles per hour is the top speed of the completely upgraded BMW M2, which is the Ubermacht Cypher. So this actually somewhat came much better than the Lexus RCF, that is the Emperor Vector. I mean, that kind of topped off at 106, or I think 106 miles per hour. So this Cypher is actually much better than the Vector. That car actually costed even more money than this particular one, so yeah, kind of weird, I can say. But nonetheless, that is the car. An overview of it, I'm absolutely blown away with the car design, all the customization options, and also the speed performance is actually pretty decent. So yeah, I would recommend to all those that are into the Ubermacht or any of the coupe cars. Alright everyone, that's it for this video. Do drop the video a like and also subscribe if you haven't already. And also make sure to stay tuned, as up next we'll be taking a closer look at the Vapid Dominator ASP, which is the Ford Mustang Cobra R SVT in real life. So yeah, thank you all and have a good day.